United Nations to support Nigeria in conducting peaceful election. Justice Olukayode Arewolo takes oath of office as acting Chief Justice of Nigeria. New voters registration now hits 10.4 million, says INEC. On business, federal government to sanction airing fuel station, maintain 165 pump price. And on the international scene, Japan asks citizens to reduce energy consumption amid record heat wave. And in sports, Czech quits role as Chelsea's technical and performance advisor. Hello, welcome to Standard Voice News Channel. I'm Fauzi Ibrahim. The head of the UN Office for West Africa and the Sahel, Mohamed Anadef, has reaffirmed the organization's commitment to supporting Nigeria in conducting peaceful election in 2023. UN spokesperson Mr. Stephen Durajic told newsmen at a news conference in New York on Monday that Anadef gave the assurance when he met with the chairman and members of the Nigeria's Independent National Electoral Commission. According to Durajic, Anadef is in Nigeria for a 2-day visit to meet Nigerian authority, civil society and diplomatic communities, as well as the UN staff. In a tweet, he said he reiterated the UN's commitment to supporting the country for the holding of peaceful, credible and transparent election. Justice Olukayode Arewolo of the Supreme Court on Monday took the judicial oath of office as the acting Chief Justice of Nigeria. President Muhammadu Buhari administered the oath of office to Justice Arewolo during a swearing-in ceremony held at the council chamber of the presidential villa in Abuja, the nation's capital.
I, Arewolo Olukayode, do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God.
Justice Arewolo, 67, who takes over from the outgoing CJN Justice Tanko Muhammad, is expected to serve in an acting capacity till further confirmation by the National Judicial Council. While taking the judicial oath, he swore to be faithful and bear true allegiance to the federal government of Nigeria, as well as defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
That as the acting Chief Justice of Nigeria, I will discharge my duties and perform my functions honestly, to the best of my ability, and faithfully, in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the law. That I will abide by the Code of Conduct containing the 5th schedule to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That I will not allow my personal interest to influence my official conduct or my official decisions. That I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God.
Chief of Defense Staff General Loki Irabo has said the governor of Zamfara State, Bello Muhammad, does not have the power to tell the police to issue gun licenses in the state. This comes after the governor asked people of the state to bear arms to defend themselves against bandits. Our correspondent, Somaya Dosara, reports.
General Irabo said the call was not right, as the armed forces and other security agencies were there to handle the challenges, adding that Motowole does not have the power to instruct the Commissioner of Police to issue license. He spoke to newsmen on the matter at the opening of the joint exercise for the National Defense College and War Colleges of the Armed Forces of Nigeria in Abuja. General Irabo said he was yet to understand the basis for asking the citizens of Zamfara to bear arms. He, however, said it was the responsibility of the Authority General of the Federation to look at the Constitution and laws to see whether the governor has such powers. General Irabo said the armed forces was only an instrument of policy implementation, adding that it did not take instruction from state governments. He said the constitution gave rights and power only to the commander-in-chief for the use of the armed forces. Sumaya Reza reporting for Svtv News.
Over 10 million new voters have registered in the ongoing continual voter registration exercise across the country. This is according to the update for week 11 in the fourth quarter released by the Independent National Electoral Commission on Monday. Our correspondent Amina Kabir Saiki has more.
A breakdown of the figure showed that while fresh registrants hit 10,487,972,000, completed registration was pegged at 8,631,696,000. Online registration as of Monday, 27th June 2022 was pegged at 3,250,449,000 and physical registration at 5,381,247,000. Furthermore, the update noted that the fresh registrants are made up of 4,292,690,000 males, 4,339,600 females, 67,171 persons living with disabilities, and 6,081,456,000 youths. Before now, the electoral body said extending the voters' registration was now inevitable following a surge in interest and caused by Nigerians for the exercise to be extended. I'm Amina Kabir reporting for Svtv News.
His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Zamfara State, Honorable Dr. Bello Muhammad Matawalli, has on Monday inaugurated 4 security-related committees. The committee, a special committee on intelligence gathering on banditry activities, Management Committee on Operations for the Community Protection Guards, Committee on Prosecution of Banditry-related Offences, and the State Security Standing Committee. Governor Bello Matawalli said the establishment of this committee is part of a tireless effort of his administration. Our correspondent Rahama Dosara has more.
Administration to address the over a decade-old problem of banditry confronting the state and other states in the Northwest Zone. The governor explained that it is on record that this administration has explored all workable options to address the issue of armed banditry and related crimes in the state. These options, he said, include dialogue, reconciliation and disarmament strategy, regular engagement with federal government on the issue of security, collaboration with the neighboring states and the authorities of Niger Republic, shutting down of mobile telecommunication networks to give security forces the leeway to take the battle directly to the bandits' fortresses.
It is on record that our administration has explored all workable options to address the issue of banditry and related crime in the state. These options include dialogue, reconciliation, and disarmament strategy, regular engagement with the federal government on issues of security, including His Excellency Mr. President and the national security chieftains, collaboration with the neighboring state and the authority of Niger Republic, shutting down of mobile telecommunication network to give our security purpose the leeway to take the battle directly to the bandit fortresses. We equally established a Ruga project to provide a settlement for nomads and provision of logistical support to the security forces, including vehicles, drones, and other security equipment.
He added that his administration has provided a settlement for nomads, popularly known as Ruga, and provisions of logistical support to security forces, including vehicles and drones.
The committee we are inaugurating today will further boost our efforts to combat this dreadful challenge, both in the short and long run. We have assembled accomplished individuals with track record of performance as members of the committee. The committee have since begun their terms, has been given the terms of references. Let me, however, give a roll call of the membership of each committee.
The governor maintained that the committees inaugurated will further boost the state government's efforts to combat the dreadful challenge in both the short and long run. Rahama Ibrahim Dosara, Standard Voice Television News.
The newly appointed police commissioner in Sokoto State, Muhammad Usman, has promised to fight crime in collaboration with other security agencies. During the maiden press briefing, Usman reiterated his commitment to working in partnership with other sister security agencies to fight the rising insecurity in the state. He called on officers and men of the command to remain resolute in fighting terrorism and other violent crimes so as to help reduce the cost of human and material resources the government is committing to the cause. CP Usman promised to work with all critical stakeholders through carefully drafted strategies and policies in line with agenda of Inspector General of Police to fight crime and respect the fundamental human rights of citizens. The Kaduna State Command of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has seized drug exhibits amounting to about 1.3 tons in the state. The exhibits comprising 1,294,131 kg of cannabis sativa, 16,187 kg of psychotropic substances, and 105 liters of codeine were seized in the past few months. In the process of seizing them, over 500 suspected drug dealers and traffickers were also arrested by the command. The commander of narcotic and state commander of the NDLEA, Muhammad Bashir Ibrahim, stated this during a grand finale of the United Nations International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking held at the Kaduna Local Government Service Commission. He said at least 388 substance users have also been concealed and rehabilitated within the period, adding that 19 are still undergoing rehabilitation in the command facility. And on business, over to Zainab Abdulwasiu.
And on business, the federal government has threatened to sanction any fuel stations or depot selling above the stipulated approved pump price of premium motor spirits. The threat followed the persistent fuel scarcity being witnessed in the FCT and its environs, as well as in other parts of the country. Mr. Farouk Ahmed, Authority Chief Executive, Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, gave the warning on Monday during a joint inspection on fuel stations in Abuja. The exercise was carried out in collaboration with some top officials of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Petroleum Pipeline and Marketing Company, and the NMDPRA. It said the inspection aimed at taking action to enforce the regulation by following up warning given to the oil marketing companies, particularly those selling over the official price of 148 naira. He explained that the pump price of PMX was still 165 naira per liter and remained respected, adding that nothing had changed and government had not made any other decision on that. I am Zainab Abdulwasiu. Thanks for watching.
And on the international scene, Japan's government warned Monday of a power crunch as extreme heat hit the country, with temperature records toppling and Tokyo rainy season declared over at the earliest date on record. Temperatures of 35 degrees Celsius, 95 degrees Fahrenheit were forecast in Tokyo throughout Monday, and the mercury is not expected to drop below 34 until Sunday. According to the Japan Meteorological Agency, the power warning was initially issued for late Monday afternoon and was subsequently extended to cover the same time on Tuesday because solar generation dips as the sun sets. Deputy Chief Cabinet Secretary Yoshinhiko Isuzaku said they asked the public to reduce energy consumption during the early evening hours when the service ratio falls. He warned that residents should do what was needed to stay cool and avoid heat stroke. Much of Japan will mostly be experiencing rainy season at this time of the year, but the JMA on Monday declared the season over in the Kanto region, home of Tokyo and neighboring Koshin area. And on sports, Peter Cech became the largest member of Chelsea's senior management team to leave the club on Monday following a change of ownership. Long-serving chairman Bruce Bock and director Marina Granovskaya also departed Stamford Bridge last week in the wake of a takeover from American-toed Berlin's consortium. Cech, who won 13 major honours with Chelsea during his playing career as a goalkeeper, became the club's technical and performance advisor when he retired in 2019. Cech, in a statement, said, "It has been a huge privilege to perform the advisory role at Chelsea for the past 3 years." He said, with the club under new ownership, he feels now is the right time for him to step aside. He added that he is pleased that the club is now in an excellent position with the new owners, and he is confident that its future success both and off the pitch. That has been the news from Standard Voice Television. To end the news, a recap of the major headlines. United Nations to support Nigeria in conducting peaceful election. Justice Olukayode Arewolo takes oath of office as acting Chief Justice of Nigeria. New voters registration now hits 10.4 million, says INEC. On business, federal government to sanction airing fuel station, maintain 165 pump price. And on the international scene, Japan asks citizens to reduce energy consumption amid record heat wave. And in sports, Cech quits role as Chelsea's technical and performance advisor. That's the news. Thanks for watching. I'm Foz Ibrahim. Do have a nice day.